Hey folks, welcome back to the lab. So we got something here. I've had this actually out and about for a little while. Me and a friend of mine were thinking of getting these, so I decided to go ahead and do the evaluation of it. And I have to say the evaluation has been pretty good. And this is what it is. This is a FNIRSI HS-01 Soldering Iron. And this is the way it comes. It comes with the iron itself, which comes in this nice little box with a little sliding drawer on it. It's got a little manual in several languages, including English. It explains everything you need to know. And there's the iron itself, very compact. Here's the tip. The tip is one of those ones with the integrated heating element and temperature sensor. And this thing, man, does this thing ever heat up quickly. So the tip goes in like this, and this little ferrule goes down over it. And I'll note that this ferrule here, it doesn't actually touch the tip along here. It only right there at the edge. So it does get a little bit warm, but not too warm. So if for some reason your hand slipped past this point, which never happened to me in my use of it for the last couple of weeks, and gets down here, you'd feel the warmth before you get down to something really hot. Okay, so that's the basic iron. It also comes with a little lid. The little lid comes on like this and snaps into place like that. So protects the tip. And I don't know if you can see them here, but there are these little flat spots on the little rubber bumper here. And those flat spots are pretty good for keeping the thing from rolling around. And as it sits on the table, it's up off of the table by about a quarter of an inch, so it doesn't, generally speaking, I'm using it with some sort of silicone mat, and I can just put it down on the silicone mat like that. I don't even have to use a holder. However, let me put this lid on it here. However, it does come with a holder. I don't have one in here right now. I don't know where it is, but I'll show it to you in a second. So it also comes with this cable here, which is it's got a really nice faux leather tie on it, and it's a very, very nice cable here. It's very, very silicone-y and flexible, and this is to supply the power to it. And it uses USB-C. You run the back in here, and once it's connected in here, this shield here, or this part of the connector, actually is connected to here, to the tip. So if you needed to ground it, you just put an alligator clip on here and ground the tip if you want. It's normally not grounded, and I mean, that can present a bit of an issue because it comes with this, also comes with this wall wart here. It's a 65 watt wall wart. It provides 20 volts at 3 point something amps. It's a fairly good one. It can be used for other things too. It's got one of these, Qualcomm use a special type of USB 3.0 for rapid charging. And then it comes with a USB-C with full PD capability. And it lists on it all the different voltages it can supply and what it can supply if you use both of them at the same time. It's fairly decent. It also comes with 5 extra tips. These 5 extra tips here. And so there's a couple of large chisel tips, one quite large, one medium large. It comes with a very fine point tip. It comes with a medium point tip, and it comes with a round chisel tip. Now the tip that it normally comes with is a smaller round chisel. That's this one here. Actually, I like this tip very much. It's a good multi-purpose tip. And that's this particular kit. Now you can get, I think I paid $89 Canadian for this. It was ridiculously low, because when I looked at kits directly from AliExpress or something like that, the kit like this is far more expensive, like $120 or something like that. So, and I got it off of Amazon, amazingly. I'll leave a link to it down below. But there's an issue, and it's a big issue, and it's this. So let me show you what the issue is. Now this here is supposed to be a way for you to get 24 volts into this thing so you can have a 95 watt iron. And in 95 watt mode, this thing will heat up in about 5 seconds. So if you put it down, what happens when you put these things down? You can set the amount of time on it, but after that time expires, they go into a standby mode, and you can set the standby temperature. It's really, really, really good iron. And if it stays in standby mode too long, it just shuts right down. But even starting off from a cold shutdown, you press this button here and it is up to temperature. And I normally run around about 330, 340 degrees C. It's up to temperature in 5 seconds flat. So by the time you get the thing up into your hand, steady your component, it's ready to go. And this, the reason I got this, the reason I was looking into this, because as I've mentioned a couple of times on my channel, I have a habit of leaving my irons on, and the older style irons are just sit there and they cook. And while I do have very good soldering iron holders, very, very low risk of anything really happening as far as burning the house down goes. But they destroy the tips on the iron, they destroy the heater on the iron, and if I forget it for a whole day or 2 whole days, which has been the case where I've gone away for a weekend and left the iron on, I come back and the heater's done. I mean, so that's the reason I got it, and I think it's going to be excellent. In fact, to tell you the truth, I've gone ahead and ordered 2 more of them, so I can have one on my main bench, one here, one upstairs in my office, and I don't have to go searching around for them. This kit, like I said, is $89, but you can get it for about $30 Canadian if you just buy the iron itself. And then it comes with just the iron, what you see in this box here, just the iron, the tip, the cover, and this thing. So let's get back to this thing and why this thing is a terrible thing. So there's no instructions in the manual about this little pigtail. It just tell you that you can run it off 24 volts and get 95 watts, and that's what this is for. And it doesn't even tell you that in the manual. It tells you in the advertisement for it. So what would this mean? Let me see if I could show you here. I've got this here. This is just going up to a power supply I have up there. So I'll plug this in. Now this device requires a center positive. This has to be center positive. This would normally plug into the device. But this, if I plug this into a power supply here, this should read center positive. Now let's turn my meter on here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so if I plug this into here, I should see plus 5 volts on here. And when I do, I see minus 5 volts. So, well, what happened to me? Well, I got a 24 volt power supply. I hooked this up to it. I plugged into my iron, and my iron went, the magic smoke came out. So I was a little bit annoyed at that. I mean, they could have, they could have at least told me the polarity or something like that of it. But I contacted FNIRSI, and FNIRSI said, "Oh, it should be center positive," and I said, "It's not." And because of that, my iron blew up. Now, FNIRSI, kudos to them. They immediately fixed the problem for me. So how did they fix the problem? They said, "Okay, here's your money back, and here's a 20% off code. If you want to buy another one, buy another one." But they said, buy one of the blue ones, because after you told us about this, we checked our inventory, and every one of the ones with the black had a faulty cable. Well, it's not faulty, it's just reverse, like I put in here. It's center negative. So they said, buy a blue one. So they gave me my money back, gave me a 20% off coupon, and what did I do? I went out and I bought another one. And here it is. So I bought the blue one, and yeah, here's the little stand that it comes with. It's pretty useless. You can use it if you want, but I'm going to probably use something a little bit different. So here is the adapter that comes with the blue one, and let me plug this one in instead. Five volts. So yeah, the reason I'm doing this video is not to give you a rundown of the iron, although I can recommend this iron. It's excellent, and I can recommend FNIRSI. Their support is excellent. What I can't really recommend, though, is the fact that they got this so wrong, that these are identical. There's no difference in the marking. The wiring has got the same information on it. The cable is exactly the same length. The termination is the same. There's nothing distinguishing this from this other than testing it. Now, if you were to test it ahead of time and you were to build, the cable going from this to your power supply and reverse the polarity there, you'll be fine. But you need to know about this before you go out and buy one. Now, I'd go out and buy a blue one. The blue ones are, they're just as nice, but if you really, really hate blue, then this is not going to work for you. But like I said, this one comes with the right piece here. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to fix this one. I'm going to put in a little pigtail here to reverse it, and so I can have two of them running off of 24 volts. And I think the one upstairs in my office, I'm just going to run it off of one of these 65 watt adapters. Now the 65 watt, it comes up to temperature in about 6 seconds, 8 seconds. So let me show you that. I'll take this cable here. Okay, so this is the iron. It comes on, and this little light up here, which represents this button here, is flashing, and that's when it's ready to go. And you'll notice it comes up to temperature, and it's got a PID controller in it, so it goes way over temperature, back down, way over, back down. But once it reaches that point where it's starting to go up and down, it's ready to go. So you can see here, it's already up 364 degrees. So it'll bounce around a little bit here, but that tip is ready to go. And I don't have any solder here right now to show you, but hey, trust me on it. So that's how good they are. You can see the smoke going off the thing. So that's how good they are. They come up to speed so quickly, and it's quite amazing. We're not going to go into the menu here, but you can go into a menu here. You can set the brightness. You can set the delay before it goes to sleep. You can set the delay before it shuts off. You can set the temperature in standby mode. You can set the language. You can set a whole bunch of other little things in here as well. You can set it so that the display is this way around or this way around in case you're left-handed. So yeah, there's a good amount of control that you have over the way the thing operates. And well, there it is. There's the iron. Now, I'm going to have to say nice things about the folks over at FNIRSI. They got on this problem right away, and I also had, if you look back at my my test of the little oscilloscopes, I had a problem with a FNIRSI DS-01 It wasn't working. Again, they just wanted a brief description of what was the problem with it, and I told them, and the same day, it was the same day, just 2 emails back and forth, and they sent me a new one, a brand new one. So I've got no problem at all dealing with FNIRSI. They may have some issues with quality control and stuff like that, but I think that they're eager enough to, get all this worked out. So I have no problems dealing with them. They seem to be really good people. They do have excellent support. And again, I can highly recommend this kit. Put the Amazon link and also put the Ali link in there as well, just in case you prefer shopping on Ali. I know a lot of people, for some reason, hate Amazon. I don't really. I live in a remote area, and Amazon's actually a godsend for me. But that's it, folks. That's all I really wanted to show you today. I hope you watch this video before you go out and buy one of these and make a decision about whether or not you want to correct for a incorrect pigtail, or you want to get the one with the correct pigtail. It's important that you know that before you did what I did and just go ahead and connect it up to 24 volts and have it go on you. Let me know in the comments whether or not you want me to tear this one down. I think it's not that hard to tear down. I've never seen anybody tear them down, but I think it's pretty easy to tear this sucker down. So if you wanted me to do a video on that, a quick video, let me know in the comments, and I will oblige, because I want to see what's inside it myself. All right, thanks a lot for coming out today, folks. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.